Okay, this is a Love is Blind. Excuse me. This is a Love is Blind type of romance. You are... Okay, there's a lot coming out today, but this is really beautiful. You are a very caring person, and what I'm seeing is you have only ever truly been in relationships where people have taken advantage of you, people who have taken advantage of your kindness. You could be a people pleaser. You could have had a lot of unresolved traumas in your past, or even if you had like father wounds, mother wounds, things where you were constantly choosing partners that maybe reminded you of your parents a little bit, or things that you had unresolved trauma towards, right? Where you're just constantly on cycles where you're attracting things and accepting things in that are harmful towards you, maybe because they feel more comfortable, because these are things that you are just used to, things that you were used to seeing growing up, the ways in which you used to be treated. And it's like you're slowly learning that you don't want to attract those things anymore. You don't need, what's that like thing when you date people who kind of remind you of your parents? It'll come to me. Validation. Okay, when you find partners that kind of remind you of your parents, or remind you of past relationships, because you're looking for validation in them that you never found in the people who hurt you in the past. Okay, that was long-winded, I apologize, but it's like you've constantly been seeking validation because you're a kind person, and you maybe subconsciously didn't know that you needed to heal from those past cycles and those past traumas. But this love that is coming in, or has just started, because it's very new, and you're jumping in head first, which is wonderful. But this relationship is going to teach you a lot about yourself, and it's going to teach you like a lot of insecurities, a lot of past I'm so awkward. A lot of things from the past are going to come to the surface as you are learning so much about yourself through being with this person. Because it came out with the moon. It's like, these are like unresolved wounds that you are going to be faced with. It's like this person is going to mirror you back to yourself, and you're going to see things that are maybe a little hard to see, hard to come to terms with, because you know that you need to face them in order to heal them. But this person is going to help you do that. You could have also been very traditional in the past, or like raised very conventionally, to the point where maybe you only sought out partners that were a specific type of person, or lived a specific type of way, just because that's what you were used to. That's what you found comfort in, what you thought was maybe normal. Like, you could have always just thought that you wanted to be very traditional. But you meet somebody who could be extremely unconventional, somebody who maybe isn't your type, and Love is Blind was coming through. It's like you meet this person who is just kind of sparks something in you, but they're not your type. This is very surprising for you, but through that you are going to be able to learn so much about yourself, and there's an emphasis on you breaking free. You breaking free of a life that you thought you had to be living. And this person is going to teach you that there are so many other ways to live. And through that, you are going to be able to like truly find your own sense of freedom. That is completely different than what you originally thought your life was going to look like, what you thought that you wanted. This person is going to show you what you need. This person is going to show you what you need, not what you thought that you wanted, what you need. And that is going to allow you to like break down so many barriers that you didn't even realize you were placing upon yourself. Okay, you were letting go of all of that. You were freeing yourself from a life that you thought that you wanted, but was never actually going to be beneficial to you. And it's going to break down a lot of your walls that you didn't even realize that you had. Okay. But it's beautiful. Okay, I love this. But it's love is blind. This person is going to surprise you. They are not your usual type, and that is the whole point. Because you have been searching for love and people who were never going to fulfill you because you were always chasing after partners that reminded you of past traumas that you didn't even realize were traumas. Okay, and I know that it's hard to look back on your past and to realize truly where all of your insecurities are deeply rooted. And that's usually due to like your parents and the way that you were raised, the way that you were conditioned to think. So you could be quite young. Yeah, it's like, it's not always easy to, it's not easy to kind of look at your parents and your upbringing, because of course we're very appreciative of all of the things that we were given. Of course we're very grateful. But when you get to a point in your life when you're consistently dating partners who hurt you, it is very important to sit and realize why you choose and accept the love that you do. And that could be due to the way that you were raised, right? Or if you were in a long-term, it's usually due to your parents, but this could just be due to any sort of underlying issue that you haven't resolved, maybe because you didn't realize that it was an issue. But it's like, you could have been bullied when you were younger. It's just, this has something to do with unresolved issues of your past that you need to face. But for most people, that is due to your parents, right? And it's so important to, when you're consistently dating people who are bad for you, to really sit there and be like, oh, do they remind me of this person? And am I seeking out validation through them that I never got through said person? I have been through this. I fully understand. And it's difficult to truly sit there and ask yourself why you are accepting love that hurts. But this new person, they could have darker skin, which could be new to you, okay? But it's just, everything about this person is different than what you are used to, and that is the beauty of it, because they're going to teach you so much about yourself. They're going to open your eyes to new places, new people, new perspectives. You could have been extremely sheltered too, so this is just fully going to open up your world. Any prejudices that you originally had, a certain type of, a certain way of thinking, or the judgments that you place upon yourself and other people, this person is going to show you that not everything is black and white. Okay? The world is not black and white. It really isn't. It really isn't. They're gonna expand your way of thinking. It's like everything that you ever thought was real is gonna come crashing down. But I think that's due to your shelteredness. You could like travel with this person and meet people from a different country and realize that people live their lives so differently, and some of the time they're even happier, you know? It's like that's what this person is going to teach you. You've just kind of been in like a bubble. You've kind of just been in a very sheltered bubble, which is totally fine. But it comes a time when if you truly want to advance and find actual love and actually learn about yourself and your true wants and needs, all of those past foundations that were not beneficial to you need to come crashing down. And it's like you are able to learn that through this person. You're going to be able to like find freedom through them. All of these things, all of these like social constructs, that's the word. All of these social constructs that have been holding you back in ways that you maybe didn't even realize are going to come crashing down, and you're going to feel free because of it. Maybe things that, like, if you were raised very Christian, you know, and you're like, oh, I can't do that because I'm Christian, or because I don't want you know who to hate me, or I don't want society to hate me because I need to do this because I'm this type of a person. And you're going to realize that you don't need to be anything other than yourself. That love is not conditional, that nothing is nothing that serves you is going to be conditional. That you don't need to be a certain type of thing to please other people. This person is going to teach you that you can just be yourself, and that you are allowed to express yourself and your thoughts, and that they don't need to be in coordination with a certain way of somebody else's way of thinking. Did that make any sense? You're going to realize that you have options, that life is not linear, you know? For example, if you work like a 9-to-5 and you hate working a 9-to-5, but you think that is your only option, this person is going to show you that there are so many other ways to make money. And that's a very simple example, but stuff like that, you're like, oh, I can make money being a street artist, or, you know, maybe not as much money, but, you know, there are other ways of doing things, and this person is going to show you that. But it's beautiful. We have the Lovers twice over here. Yeah, and it's going to be an equal give and take. If you are somebody that gave and gave and gave and gave to past relationships without receiving much in return, like you were the wife, the mother, the bread maker, and then you were with somebody who just hung out in their man cave all day, that type of an energy, that's not going to be this. It's going to be equal give and take, and it's going to be something that you are not used to. And it's going to bring up a lot of past wounds where you realize all of the love that you accepted in the past, all of the things that you put up with. It could make you a bit angry, because you're going to look back at past relationships and you're going to be like, I cannot believe I let them speak to me like that. I cannot believe I did that for them when they never did anything for me. And hopefully that helps you find the root of the issue. You're like, oh, maybe that's because I did the same thing with my mom, or I did the same thing happened with my dad, and that's just the kind of love that I knew. So that was the love that I sought after, because that's what came natural to me. And this person is gonna show you that you deserve so much more. And it's going to be long lasting. We have the Ten of Pentacles over here. And you could travel. So yeah, this person could be from another country. Could be darker skin, darker than you. But it looks good. I'm proud of you guys. It's not easy. Healing past childhood wounds, facing your trauma head on. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And this person is going to help you through that. Help you accept the type of love that you deserve.